Thank you, gentlemen. We will now have our closing remarks for our Council at Large Candidate Forum, and we will start in reverse order, and you'll have 5 minutes for your closing remarks. And we will start with Mr. Thomas.
Thank you. And thank you, gentlemen, for such a cordial forum and debate. The great leader, Cesar Chavez, once said, "You are never strong enough that you don't need help. You are never strong enough that you don't need help." Patterson desperately needs help. It's sick and it's dying. And some of our administration pretends to be that doctor that has a sick patient and doesn't see nothing wrong. We have some people on the city council and administration who may see that there's a problem, but give the wrong diagnosis. Right? I'm the type of leader that knows the issues, that will be able to see that there is a problem and give you the right remedy to heal our city, to give it restoration, and to make it great. Patterson so much desperately needs someone, that type of leadership, to protect our kids, protect our community, and protect our residents. There's so much that needs to be done, but we only can do it together. It won't be just one person, but it has to be something that's a unified effort. And when we say we're stronger together, it's just not just the city council working together. It's just not the city council and administration that has to work together, but it also has to be collaboration with you, the residents here in Patterson. We can't come up with all the ideas by ourselves, and we can't be your voice. You have your own voice. We need to listen to you, listen to your concerns, and be able to fight for you and advocate for you in order to give you the protections, in order to give you the safety that you so desperately deserve, the resources, the services that you so desperately deserve. My name is Ellie Thomas. I am that leader that we've all been waiting for. You are that leader that you all been waiting for. Together we will make the city stronger. Together we will win. On May 8th, I'm asking you to join me. I'm your brother, I'm your son, I'm your friend. I'm here for you. You will always be able to reach me, and I'll always be there just a phone call away. I'll be here at the city council making sure that we have these policies and legislation that's going to protect you and not harm you as they so desperately done. I'll be a legislator or a council person that won't ignore you. I won't neglect you, because we need to change the culture here in City Hall. This is your building. This is your city. We're just your megaphone. You have a strong voice. Use that voice on May 8th to go in that ballot booth, push 1B, and vote for Ellie Thomas. And let's move the city forward together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. We will now have Mr. Mitch Santiago, please. Mr. Santiago.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know it, hands on. We have serious problems within the city of Patterson. Not just drugs, the potholes within the city of Patterson that is not fair to the guys with just one truck. Even prostitution. They have 3 shifts now. Before they just had 1 shift. Now they move from the first, second, and third shift. It's just bad. It's ridiculous. As my brothers and sisters, Code Blue, Patterson Police, we have to help them get the proper equipment, get the proper things, and bring task force back to Patterson like it used to be. They got dismounted. They got dismantled many years ago, and bring Patterson task force back again to clean up the city. Enforce some of these laws that we have, that we're sending out these mails, that you have a certain amount of time to clean up your sidewalk. No, you shouldn't have a certain amount of time to clean up your sidewalk. The citation should be given to you right there and then. You should know better. As your lot, the inspector sends you a letter indicating you have a certain amount of period of time to clean up your lot. No. Citation should be given in the spot. That'll start bringing revenue within this city. You're sending this citation, they come and they clean it, they just let it get dirty, you gotta send them another citation. No, they know better than coming and cleaning it. the fine should be higher. If you get caught dumping garbage within the city of Patterson, and you come in and dump garbage within our city, your fine should be at least $10,000. Your vehicle should be towed, and you should be arrested and charged, and you should be placed on the newspapers itself. These fines that these dumpsters are getting, $150 when they're getting paid $800 to $1,000 pick up garbage, and they dump it in the middle of the street. You go to the dead end on Montgomery or Godwin Ave or anywhere within the city of Patterson in the First Ward, anything, and they think that we a dump site? No, enough is enough. Let's fine them heavy, let's tow their vehicles, and show them that we mean serious business. Taxes are killing everyone. They're absolutely killing our seniors. They live in a fixed income. They can no longer afford it anymore. They're losing their homes. We cannot afford to be increasing our taxes within the city. I'm a person that I don't like to promise too much. Because a lot of people, sometimes I promise this, I promise that, I promise all of this. No, no, no. The only thing I can promise is I'll do the best job that I can. That's what I can promise. I can take criticism. You can let me know when I'm doing right, when I'm doing wrong. For a person to come sit up here as an elected official to think that they know it all, it is insane. I don't think it's right. I think we also should take advice from certain citizens. One person can learn from someone else. He can learn from me, or he can learn from me, and I can learn from them something. And that's how it is in order for us to move the city forward. These gentlemen that are sitting up here, out of 14 candidates, we have all treated each other with the most of respect. We haven't bashed each other. We're not here to embarrass the city. We've been staying focused to move the city forward, and we came here with a plan. So I want to commend not only the 4 that are here, but all the other ones that are running. Tremendous job. I'm 5B on the ballot. The best is yet to come. I'm on a ticket. 3A, 5B, and of course me, 11B. In the military, they say 11 Bravo. God bless everybody. Thank you for this opportunity. And please elect me to be your next city councilman at large. Juan Mitch Santiago, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Santiago. We will now have closing remarks by Mr. Davon Roberts. Mr. Roberts.
Thank you. This is an important election for many different reasons. I don't believe that we can continue to do the same things over and over again and expect the same results. Look, as a resident, I'm happy that we have so many candidates who wish to represent you for the seat of council at large. I like the fact that we have options, but unfortunately, I don't believe that everybody should be running. Look, this is not a popularity contest. It's not about how many pictures you take or how many cookouts you've been to, what your race is, what your race isn't, what your ethnicity is, what your culture isn't. We have very serious problems in this city. These problems have been around for a very long time, and they don't seem to be going away. And I submit to you that one of those reasons is because we continuously vote based off of all of these things that don't necessarily matter. I'm coming to you today telling you that we need people who are qualified to be in these positions. It's as simple as that. Budgeting is a qualification. Understanding what the role of a councilman is a qualification. Having some type of financial acumen is a qualification. Not going to cookouts, not how many people you know, and not any of these other things that don't ever seem to matter. Yes, you should have a heart for Patterson. Yes, you should get out there and meet people and know what the issues are. But we need to understand that at the end of the day, if we're going to move the city forward, we need to have people in these seats who completely understand what these roles are. If you don't, when we have outsiders who come in and want certain abatements, who want certain laws on the books, who want certain handouts, or want certain types of money in order to be able to do things in the city of Patterson, we give those things away because we don't know any better. It's no different if you go to buy a car. and you have no idea what that car should cost. That salesperson could sell you anything. We need people who come into this office ready to hit the ground running. I've told you that I have my bachelor's in finance. I have my master's in business administration. I'm third year of Rutgers Law School. I have 11 years of a corporate experience. I'm a risk manager, which I'm responsible for identifying where we can cut costs, what policies and procedures need to be put in place so the company doesn't get sued, so the company doesn't lose money. We need critical thinkers here on the city council. There's a lot of things that have been lacking throughout time. And for whatever reason, we constantly are voting people in or back in that shouldn't necessarily be there. Now, I'm not saying that people need to necessarily be the nicest people in the world, because that's not, again, not a qualification. But we should be able to collaborate with the residents. We should be able to listen to each other. We should be able to understand that we don't have all the answers. But it is our role to be able to put some answers forward. We can't sit up here and say, well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to reach out to everybody in the city. There's 150, if not more, 1,000 people in this city. We can't go to each and every one of them and get an idea from everybody. Your role as a city council is to be able to understand what these constituents want, to be able to give ideas, prevent fresh ideas that are able to help the city move forward. Now, there's a lot of things that we can and we should have in the city. We should have better technology to be able to communicate with the city. The website is one of the big examples that continues to come up over and over again. We should be able to go onto the website to be able to see whatever it is that we need to see. We need to be able to click on whatever department that we need to click on to be able to get updated information. Some of that stuff hasn't been updated since 2011, 2010. If we want better collaboration with the individual wards and not having so many silos from the different ethnicities and different culture, we need to be able to put some of these events that happen all around the city on the website so that people can go and people can understand what it is that's happening around the city. That's how you create cohesion. That's how you create collaboration. Taxpayers have had an extremely difficult time over the last 10 plus years. Nobody seems to be caring about what it is that happens with these individual taxpayers, of which, yes, I am one of them, and I'm not speaking just about me. But if we're going to try to move this city forward, we have to start making this a place where people actually want to stay. And pushing them out because we constantly put so much of a burden on them financially is not the way to do that. We need to start understanding that the people who pay taxes do matter. They want services. They need to be able to alleviate some of the pressures that they have on their own financial lives. And we as a city council, we as a city need to be able to understand, and when these ideas are presented, to be able to push forward and say, well, this shouldn't happen or this should happen, in order to make sure that everybody is on a fair playing field. I'm 14 beyond the ballot. Davon Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. We will now have our closing remarks by Mr. Flavio Rivera. Mr. Rivera.
Yes, this is to the residents and voters. We have 14 candidates currently running for this position. And I'm sure we all have good intentions. But good intentions alone is not going to get it done. We have elected many people in the past that have good intentions. And I personally feel that this city is not moving in the right direction. I am here to present my platform and to let you know why I should be one of the 3 candidates. The main reason is we need check and balances in our form of government. People that are sitting here are making decisions on your behalf that affect you on a daily basis. And I believe that in order for me to make an informed decision, I need to understand what is being presented to me. The council as a body is just not limited to creating laws. Yes, we are the legislative branch, but under a form of government, we have other authority also that is not being fully utilized. I continue to say that we could do more as a council, and when elected, I'm going to make sure that we do more. I don't believe in micromanaging, but when you have extensive experience of seeing what's going on in our government, we need to start asking for monthly reports and holding the administration accountable. That way they know that we are looking, that we're minding the store. I often hear this council body say, we were not aware. Well, I put you in that position And I want you to hold me accountable once you elect me. And you will never hear these words out of my mouth. And I'm going to say it to date. Write it down. I would never say we were not aware. We were not aware. Because we end up paying for every time we say as a council that we are not aware. We need candidates up here. We all bring something to the table. But I'll tell you what I bring to the table that will make this body a better council body. We need candidates that understand how government works, right? There is 3 legal ways of spending money in government, which is the budget. The budget authorizes you to spend the money. That's what the budget is there for. You have the budget. You have dedication by rider, which is funds that are assigned to a specific purpose, and that was my first question here. And the third is through bond ordinances, right? Which is how you pave your roads, and if you decide to bring a recreational center, which is a shame, we're the 3rd largest city, and we don't have a recreational center for our kids. I continuously see, budget cuts left and right. And throughout the last 10 years, I continue to see budget cuts in the area of recreation. But then you see other departments being increased, and the administrations turn around and hire their friends. I'm going to be the person here that's going to question everything. I'm going to be working with the administration and the rest of the board, the rest of the council, but I'm going to make sure that when a capital budget is presented to me, when a capital plan is presented to me, I'm not just going to approve $36 million worth of bond ordinances for us to pave the roads. I'm going to ask more questions, because I remember watching these council meetings. I remember the council asking, well, where are the roads that we're going to pave? And they continuously, dance around the council. And we're not going to have that anymore. We're not. We need to focus, I'm talking to the people out there, and it's the same cry. Always the same complaints. We have dirty streets. We have homeowners that don't live in the city of Patterson, that live outside of Patterson. But you know what? Like they say here, and we got to change that culture, the stigma that we have is that anything goes in Patterson. And we got to hold those owners accountable. When we go to New York, my cousin owned a store in New York, and the first thing he used to tell his employees is that they needed to clean the front of the stores. While walking through the city, you could walk during any time during the day, and you will see mattresses outside of buildings, garbage bags everywhere, and it's not a specific time. Dirty streets, dirty properties. We, in front of City Hall, we got to hold ourselves accountable too. I remember working in these buildings for 3.5 years, and people would drink. I'm wondering why those benches are not in front of City Hall anymore. I remember people drinking in front of City Hall, and we have an ordinance that says that we shouldn't consume alcohol in public, right? We have the worst parks. We have our roads that are in bad shape. Why am I saying all of this? If you bring me and elect me this May 8th, I'm going to make sure that I work with the council and the administration to figure out ways to bring all those resources, because I've been trained, being the one of 2 certified municipal officers in the city, I've been trained to understand every aspect of city government. My line on the ballot is 9B. Please give me your vote of confidence, and I won't let you down. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rivera. This will conclude our candidates forum, but I need to make a few announcements before. And I do want to apologize at home for our viewers that the sound is not working on the optimum, but it is on the Fios. But when it will be replayed, it will have sound and visual. But I just need to make a few announcements before we close. I just want to remind everyone at home that our election day is May 8, 2018. Our polling sites will be open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. on election day. Polling sites information is located on the front of your sample ballot. Handicap polling sites information is located on the front of your ballot also. Voting machine demonstration is available at your polling site. Bilingual assistance is available at your polling site. Legal assistance is available upon request at your office of the Superintendent of Election, which is 501 River Street in Patterson, and you may call 973-881-4515 or 973-881-4516 or 973-881-4517. Sample ballots can be carried into the voting machine. A voter may apply for a mail-in ballot by mail up to 7 days prior to the election, or he or she may also apply in person at the county clerk's office until 3 p.m. the day before the election. Note also that voters have an option of indicating on the application if you want for a mail-in ballot that if you prefer to receive a ballot for each election that takes place during the remainder of the calendar year. Any registered voters whose name is not found in the book can vote by provisional ballot. Remember, if your name is not in the book, you can vote by provisional ballot. For further election information, you may contact our city clerk's office here at 155 Market Street in Paterson, New Jersey, and our city clerk is Sonia Gordon here. I also would like to remind you, too, that Election Day is May 8th. Our hours are 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Your sample ballot will be mailed out by May 4th of 2018. Your polling site will be on the front of your ballot. Beginning Monday, April 30th, 2018, the entire series of the candidates forum will be aired on our local channel. If you have any questions regarding the municipality election, please contact our clerk's office at 973-321-1310.